Hello, am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, good day, evening, everybody. So I'm Dr. Arunava Majumdar, and I today we are going to explain or going to discuss about the uh, methods and different types of research, or you can say research design. Okay, so there are many types of means, not everybody's research design or research target or questions are same. Okay, they may differ. Suppose some art student, okay, their research methods is different. Science students, their research method is different. Commerce, they are different. Similarly, engineering students, they are also differs from basic science students and the engineering background students. So depending on their studies and depending on the methodologies used to evaluate the research, different types of research methods and research design has been created. Okay, so basically the research, it means we are searching something, or which research, it means we are investigating some new things or some new insights. That is, basics things or underlying basics are same, but the methods and some structure of writing paper, they may differ from each other. So the research design, there are means we have divided the structure in different scenarios. First of all, introduction, which is we are going to show the what kind of designs are there. Exploratory and descriptive research, action and experiment, pure and applied research, diagnostic and evaluation studies, action and experimental research, analytical and historical research. Okay, there are often some case studies has also been used. Okay, so whenever you are going to submit a research paper in any journal, so there some drop down menus are there. You can find their different options. First option is original research article. Okay, second option is case studies. Third option is some notes. Okay, so fourth option is some surveys or literature review, or you can see survey research. So different types of articles, you have to first choose that which article you need to submit. Okay, based on that, your research paper, you also have to write down the research paper accordingly. Okay, now our first topic is the overview, that what research design is, and it refers to a strategy, you can say. Okay, in different components are there. Okay, different components, and the way of writing, the logical way or coherent way of writing, you can say. Okay, which addresses some research problem, addresses the proper methods, addresses the means research questions, and the methods to solve, and the findings and evaluation, or the validation of your research. So you have to write down whatever you are doing, your study. It should be which as a proper structural manner, structured. You know that you see some research paper, many research paper are freely available in the internet, and different as like Science Direct is there, open access journals or open access articles you can easily download from Science Direct. Google Scholar is there, you can also, if it is open access, you can also download them. Okay, or some open sources are also there where you can find out different journals or different articles. Okay, if you can see that there are some particular structure was followed by every article. Okay, first means abstract definition, introduction, then literature review, then something. So depending on whatever their research methods and their article, whether it is scientific or whether it is arts based, okay, their methodologies is also changing. So that research design is that structured way. That structure may differ according to your field of study. Now, what is the importance? So, of course, in the and well-structured research design, if you write down a well-structured research research, it is readable to the audience. Okay, and also every journal also they're using their own format. So you'd have to also maintain that format, okay, for that journal to write down that research. Okay, and the basically the research design, it helps readers to read your article and understand your article properly. If I am a layman and I have to understand your article, yes, of course, not all the things is means I can understand, because if I am the some person from different field which is other than your field, of course it is not completely understood, but I can understand that what type of research you have done, what is your research questions, or what the methodology you have used. That is that should be uh, means clarified to the readers. So that is why the research design is the most important part. Then types of research design, different types are there. Okay, applied, exploratory, descriptive, diagnostic, evaluation, action. Okay, experimental, analytical, historical, surveys, and case studies. Okay, so some parts or some research design may be related to each other. Okay, they differ in very means small ways, not very much. We cannot differentiate between them very much. Okay, they differentiate according sometimes according to methods you are using. They differ sometimes according to what kind of data analysis, or whether you have used some data or not, or it is completely novel research without using data, but a novel, totally novel, which is not done by anybody else previously. Okay, that is theoretical part. Okay, so based on that, this research design differs. So components of research design: research objectives, questions, that is research questions, methodology, and data collection methods. Okay, these are main components based on which your research means design differs. So objectives, it is that your target basically. Whenever in any kind of research, if you are going for the PhD purpose, or if you are going for any grant proposal, project proposal purpose, you have to write down a proposal. Okay, in any university or any kind of agency, if you are going for any research, you need to submit a proposal first. So in that proposal, your purpose of study or and your objective of the research must be clarified properly. Okay, so objective means your goal and your target. Okay, what is the main aim of your research and what you are actually going to do and going to solve? That is called objective. Then research questions means there are many types of unsolved problem, you can say, which motivates you to for this research, which motivates you to conduct this research. Understood? Research methodology, what are the methods you will be using to conduct this research. And the data collection method means the collection method, it has various survey you can use, interviews, okay, any field study, you go to any industry, collect the data from there. Okay, you go to any kind of you can generate some questionnaires to different survey platforms also. So based on that, or also you can for any experimental, suppose any chemistry or physics type of physics research, do some experiment and collect the data. Okay, primary data, that has also been done. So method of data collection, based on that the research design changes. Okay, so types of research already I have means um, discussed this one, all these points. Again, I am discussing pure and applied research, exploratory or formulative research, descriptive, diagnostic, evaluation, action research, experimental, analytical study or statistical methods, historical, surveys, and case study. So our first means research design, it is pure and applied. Okay, so if you see the pure and applied research, the previous one, so pure and applied research, let us suppose pure chemistry. If I say pure chemistry, you are doing something exactly entirely new, you are inventing something. Okay, just as an invention, novel invention, you are going to invent or you have invented the iron. It's a means metal, you have invented this. It refers to pure research or pure chemistry, you can say. Okay, now if you are going to use this iron, okay, so you can see the example what is written here. The scientist realizes that they can crush up the iron, okay, purify it and use it to give to people that lacks normal amount of iron in their bloodstream. It means that some, if you are breaking the iron and giving this iron to some people that in any form, okay, means by using some medicine, by using some any by any medium, so we are utilizing this iron to means improve the lack of iron in humans blood. This is the applied chemistry. Okay, similarly, in mathematics, if you are um, inventing some theorem, okay, inventing some theorem or inventing some formula of mathematics, okay, that refers to pure mathematics. And if you are using that formula to solve any societal or industrial problem or real life problem, that becomes the applied mathematics. Okay, so first one is pure and applied. This differs, this is the difference between them. Now pure research, already I have explained this. So the definition and characteristic, it is written here. So pure, it is a basic or fundamental, okay, driven by the curiosity. That is, curiosity means your motivation, that you have seen something that this may be possible, this kind of some novel thing maybe lacks. Okay, there's some lack of this kind of novel thing, and which motivates you to do something entirely novel and entirely fundamental. Okay, so then out of that curiosity, you expand your knowledge. Okay, but whatever you have invented, immediate practical application of that invention is not there. So we will say it is a peer research. Example, two examples already I have given. One is chemistry and one is mathematics. Okay, so example, if you have invented some mathematical formula, okay, or mathematical theorem, pure research, but that particular theorem what you have invented, you did not show any practical example for that theorem. Okay, so you say that that is, we say it is pure research. Advantages, of course it has a very much advantage, because just like pure research as the gravitational force. Okay, when the Newton invented it, okay, it is a pure research. Now you can see what is the application of it nowadays. And world is now means they're curious about this kind of, they are creating so much engineering marvels by using this particular, this gravitational force. But when it was invented as a pure research. That is, this is the gravity, this is the mathematical equation of this, that is entirely pure, that does not have, that particular time does not have that much means application part of that. But right now we are applying this. Now applied research, so it is designed to solve any practical problem when you are coming to some practical usage. Now practical usage of the pure research. Okay, what is invented, we are using that particular theorem or that particular means you can say formula or any kind of concept, and we are using that pure concept to solve some real life problems. Okay, so it means we are shifting to pure research to applied applications. Okay, so example, that is medical research. Okay, new treatments, engineering research. If you are going for any kind of new engineering methodologies by using some pure engineering formula or something, or mathematical formula, we are using that formula to create some new engineering models or something. Okay, so there is also some advantages and disadvantages are also there. Advantages, of course, we are using that means using the pure research, and we are using the existing formula and whatever to create something to apply in the real world application. But in this particular applied part, that we are not focusing on entirely fundamental. I'm not saying that the applied research is not fundamental, but entirely fundamental, a new type of formula, that type of things is not taken care about. So that is why this may be the disadvantage, these advantages of this particular research. Okay, if we compare pure and applied, so pure, it seeks to expand the knowledge, so knowledge expanding. Okay, and applied, it is like problem solving. Now exploratory or descriptive research. So this research, you can say, on structure is you can see here, is defined in this figure, exploratory research. So it is conducted to explore some problem or some incident, you can say. Okay, that is not well understood, and we need some insights from that. Okay, and this kind of research, it uses hypothesis, it may use hypothesis, different type of case studies it may use. Okay, to conduct this research. That case study, it may be collection of data, sorry, that particular methods, it may be collection of data, analyzing the data, and draw some insights of it. Okay, just like market research. Okay, if you're launching a product into the market, you need to survey the market, so you need to perform some research or analysis. Okay, what kind of customers are there, what is the mindset or customer behavior for this particular product which you have invented or you have created. Okay, All these things you need to first perform some kind of research, then you launch your product into the market. Okay, so exploratory research, first you need to define the research problem, then conduct the literature review or literature survey. Okay, what type of existing methods, what type of results already existing already exist in this particular research. You need to formulate the hypothesis. What is hypothesis? Hypothesis is, uh, you can say, a statement type of things. If I say that my statement, suppose I am giving a statement that the stock price um, will rise 10% within next 10 days. Just a statement I have given. That statement may be correct, that statement maybe it is wrong. Okay, so correct or wrong, it that particular statement, whether it is correct or whether it is wrong, how can we judge it? We have to judge it by using some statistical method which is called hypothesis testing, and it depends on an confidence interval. Okay, or you can just literally, if I say, I'm not going to explain all that kind of statistical terms or mathematical terms here, just in layman use, you can say there is a percentage of belief of my system, means my statement. Okay, if the my statement is correct up to 90% or 95%, then I will accept this statement, otherwise I will reject this statement. This kind of things will happen. So these things, how much correct my statement is, there is a threshold value. Okay, so this threshold value should, we have to means we have to determine by using different statistical analysis. Okay, so then formulate the hypothesis to define that whether, to show that my hypothesis is correct or not, we need to collect the data. Without the data collection we can't prove it. Okay, so previous data has been collected, or raw data or primary data you can also collect, or secondary data you may also collect. Then we analyze the data and we draw the conclusion whether our hypothesis is correct or not. Okay, so this kind of research, it is exploratory, not descriptive. Okay, descriptive research, it you can say it is a description, just like you can see that descriptive research. Descriptive means it is a description. Okay, you need to describe something. So exploratory research, as previous, we it seeks to, means it generates some hypothesis, and it then aims to prove the hypothesis whether it is correct or wrong. Okay, so descriptive, it aims to provide a description of the subject you have chosen. Okay, that is the studies what you have chosen, or research topic. Okay, so it is more structured, you can say. You need to describe everything. Okay, so it aims to describe the characteristic, okay, of a population or phenomenon. So providing a you can say detailed account of the subject under the study. So the detailed analysis, everything, detailed description. Okay, and correct of each and every characteristic you need to mention here. So what type of methods we use here? Okay, it includes some surveys, it includes some observations. Okay, correlation. Okay, whatever the data you have collected, you need to discuss or describe that data properly. Like demographic studies or market research studies, educational assessment, that is research has been conducted, some market research, some demographic studies, means this kind of studies, that is research conducted, and you need to now describe it properly. Okay, now diagnostic and evaluation studies. Diagnosis, the word diagnosis, it means that um, finding the, you can say, if I say my hair is falling or hair fall problem, what doctors do first? Doctors first diagnose what is the reason behind it. Okay, if I have some headache for a long period, what doctors do? Doctor will diagnose what is the root cause of this problem. That is called a diagnosis. So diagnostic studies, it aims to identify the causes of a problem, okay, or condition, you can say. So which leads to development of solutions or interventions. Okay, and what is the method of this one? Techniques, it may cause analysis. Okay, diagnostic interview, diagnostic, some tests are there which is conducted in some colleges, some universities, for new students. Okay, often in university, when the new students are admitted there, so admission, after the admission, okay, to test the knowledge of English or to test the knowledge of basic mathematics, this kind of diagnostic test has been conducted, is conducted by the university sometimes. Okay, so these diagnostic interviews are also also maybe conducted sometimes. Okay, so this kind of things, it will help to analyze that the what is the base of that student. Okay, and if the student is under some problem, is having some problem or doubts, then why it is happening, what is his previous base, or that is which background he has studied from. Okay, all these things, the root cause can be analyzed in this kind of studies. So applications, various applications are there in educational. There are a lot of applications in case of educational assessments. Different tests are going on. Okay, and medical research also, diagnosis are going on. Okay, evaluation. Now, uh, if we say these two things, diagnosis and evaluation, okay, different, but you can the difference is a very connect means critical connection is there also. Okay, so evaluation, it says that after the diagnosis or whatever the results I have found, evaluation means, let us suppose a very simple example. A student, now test has been done. Okay, there are different types of now continuous evaluation. The student is going through different tests, different diagnosis test, and this. After the test, whatever the results we are having, now we have to analyze the result, and which these strategy, this analysis will help you to understand the performance of the student. So evaluation, it basically, it is a strategy to means know the performance or to understand the performance of something, you can say. So it assesses the effectiveness of a program. So after the evaluation, we can understand if some, suppose a new educational policy has been introduced. Okay, so how can we test that into means new educational policy, that is effective or not? By conducting different tests and after evaluating this process. So this evaluation will tell you this, yes, if this is the marks of the student and this kind of things, the student has benefited through skill development, the student has got different means a good job. Okay, all these things are the process of evaluation. Yes, we can, after the evaluation, yes, all the parameters are satisfied, yes, the student has done this much well things, means then we can say yes, our means what are the policy we have introduced, that policy is good policy. Okay, so evaluation studies is like this. So there are what are the methods? So process evaluation, okay, outcome evaluation, impact assessment. Okay, examinations are going on in the universities or in the colleges. Okay, just to evaluate. So all these methods, whatever the taking to means analyze or performance, for the performance analysis, everything is evaluation studies. Application in education industry, it is very much using, or public policy, if any policy is introduced, okay, we can evaluate this policy. Okay, now action research. The definition is um, let us give an example first. Teaching methods, let us suppose a teaching method or a new pedagogy, okay, so is introduced to enhance the um, effectiveness or the means understanding of the student, or a new method or some organization behavior has been introduced, okay, which may enrich the organizational behavior, okay, or the workplace practices. Okay, so action research, it is participatory process, collaboration between different researchers, different participants, okay, to solve any real world problem. Okay, so implement just like it is not you can say just like the theoretical research, you can do it by yourself simply. Okay, some new thing you want to invent, some new formula you want to invent, you can invent it very easily. Okay, but action research, you means it is a participation process. You need to have uh, many people or many means your participants, okay, to solve any problem, okay, and which may improve something, some new policy has been introduced for by this, and any means, and if you apply this, then any organizational behavior or organizational method that can be improved by this. Okay, so this is a planning, action and results. Okay, so preliminary, it is diagnosis, data gathering. Okay, first we take the diagnosis, okay, then action, learning processes, action planning and action steps has been introduced based on the diagnosis test, and the result is changes the what kind of behavior is changing, okay, data gathering and measurement. Okay, so this is a flow chart, this is a flow of, okay, of the how one method, and it is the method is going on. Okay, the last one, experimental research. So it designs, okay, trials. Let us suppose a trial. We have made a design, made a rocket, okay, and we need to means make a trial for this rocket, whether it is working well or not. Okay, we have invented an new machine, now we are going for a trial. Okay, so this kind of trials which is experimental, it means that now we are basically this kind of experimental research, it is practical implications and practically means things, means totally practical oriented research. Okay, field experiments is there. Okay, scientific each with scientific applications, and applications must be there. Okay, and the methodologies are also like that, so that uh, some field work or some real trial work is happening. Okay, so experimental research, it involves uh, one or more variable manipulating, basically means we need to means you can say resize the variable, you can means change the variables. Okay, you can tune the variables, you can say, okay, in any controlled settings. And the action research and comparison between the action, if I say that action focuses on practical problem solving in real world setting, and experimental, it is a controlled testing of the hypothesis. If I say that my rocket is working properly, so we need to test it first, okay, whether it is working properly or not. So that test The testing or the trial, it comes under the experimental research. But the hypothesis, if we are proving the hypothesis based on some previous data, then it is not the experimental one. Okay. So the types of experimental research design, pre-experimental research design, true experimental research design, and quasi-experimental. So now, analytical study. It is very simple. Analytical study, by the name of this analytical, we can easily understand that we need to analyze something. Okay, so it aims to analyze the data. If we have a lot of data, we have to analyze this. That is an analytical study. Okay, relationship between different variables. Okay, like maybe it may be the correlation analysis. Okay, by using different statistical methods. Then what kind of statistical method is used here? Factor analysis is there, hypothesis testing is there. Okay, correlation and regression is there. Okay, and many machine learning techniques may also be used here. Okay, so by using different techniques, we need to analyze the data. That is called analytical study only. So example, stock market, you can say. Okay, suppose what is the trend of the, whether it is upward trend or downward trend. Okay, stock price analysis. So by using different previous stock data and by analyzing different parameters which is involved in stock price movement, so we can analyze the data and we can means take some conclusion that yes, this may be means this trend is upward or trend is downward, like that. Okay. Okay, so this is now the studies we have means created this tree structure. You can easily say that. So descriptive and analytical. Descriptive research has three cases: case reports, case studies, and descriptive surveys. Analytical, it may be observational and experimental. So observational studies, there are three sub tree is there: cross sectional, case control, and cohort. And experimental, it is lab trials and field trials. Okay, so due to the lack of time, I we means today we can't discuss all of these things. Okay, just you remember, this is a means a tree structure for different studies, descriptive and analytical. Now come to historical research. So historical research, it involves the study of the past events, trends, okay, phenomena that understand, okay, the impact of the future. Okay, just like you can say it is, you studied something, okay, you studied the past data and you are going to predict the future. It is just like this. Okay, and that past data, it may involve different factors. Okay, so for different factors, you have to analyze all the factors in this case. So you need to have some historical data. That historical data, it may be a historical chart of any price movement of any stock. It may be the price movement of gold. Okay, you can yeah. So historical research, you have to analyze the historical data here which is previously available, and it may be a time series data. Okay, so time series, you can say stock market price and gold price, everything is time series data. You need to analyze this historical data and you have to predict something, that what will be in the future, what will be the price of this stock or gold in the future. Okay, next coming 1 year or next coming few months. Okay, what are the techniques used? Okay, it is archival research, so oral histories, document analysis, which helps reconstructing the historical context. Now, in history, this is basically it happens in you can say some historical places. Okay, what are the means? What are the manuscripts? Some historical manuscript you are analyzing, you can have an insight of that particular manuscript, what is written on it. Just you are going to you are going in a historical place, and we suppose you are going to give some insights on that particular historical place. Okay, that is which kingdom is there, and what are the means what is the behavior of the people at that time. So to analyze this, you need to have some historical manuscript and historical research, different previous data you need to analyze. Based on that, you can have a conclusion, yes, this monument or this particular place belongs to that kingdom, and this particular place belongs to means the behavior of the people of that time may be like this. Okay, so you have to analyze different historical measurements. Also some pure scientific experiment can also be done, like carbon dating, to means predict the age of something. Okay. So these things. Next is survey research. Survey is nothing but feedback and survey. What is survey means you can have a survey that it's always means conducted in a natural setting. So responses seeking, you can have any means you can create any questionnaire for a survey. Remember that questionnaire what you are making for survey analysis, your questionnaire must be very much particular. Okay, because if you change the questions or each and every question what you are setting, that questions have a very big impact of your surveys. Other your research result may totally be changed if you change any one of the means questions, okay, for your survey. So any kind of survey analysis for you can say by using the questionnaires, by analyzing the feedback which is what is given by the audience or given by different customers maybe. Okay, so it may cover different geographical area. So based on different geographical area, your research questions also will be different. Okay, so you can have a data set based on this survey. Okay, that data set you can use to generate some insights later. Now last one is case study. Case study is, it is also a study of some any particular case. Particular case means any particular company it may be. Suppose you are if I say a research that is which is based on industrial research. If I say that it is industrial research, it is a generic word. Okay, so you have to going to maybe in that industrial research different industry data may be available there. Okay, so different industries maybe different companies data are there, different company informations are there. Okay, let us suppose in industrial research, Tata Motors, okay, Mahindra, okay, some other companies. So you are investigating different companies. Case study is not that. You have to be very much selective. You have to choose any one company. Also, if possible, you can choose any one company and any one product of that company. Let us suppose Samsung is making fridge also. Samsung is making the televisions also. Samsung is making the mobile phones also. So as much as selective you are, so be there. Let us suppose you are studying only the Samsung mobile. Okay, then it should be a case study. So it is, case study is very much particular. Okay, you different companies or different company studies, it is not a case study, it is a particular things. So thank you. So this is all of today's lecture. Thank you for attending my session. So now if you are having any question, please ask me. Any doubt from anybody? No question.